Alright, what's up guys, it's Spider back for another JJKPhantomparade video, and today we're going to be going over some fucking crazy ass news that just dropped. Before we get started though, I'd greatly appreciate you guys could drop me a like, comment, subscribe, would really help me out, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, but at this point, I'll take whatever we can get. Anyways, let's get right into this. So, I don't know, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing on the global version of the fucking, version of fucking JJKPhantomparade? So as you guys can already tell here, we're just going to right into it. Basically, in short, on December 19th, we're getting the third part of the first anniversary. So I guess first anniversary is still ongoing, which I mean, cool, I guess. Which I kind of had an idea that they were going to do something like this, but I just, you know, for the last week or two, it's like, what were we doing? Why aren't we getting new characters? Now we're getting new characters. So let's get right into this. Let's go. All right. So, hey. First anniversary, SSR character guaranteed gacha. I'm assuming this is paid. Choso's here, that's cool. Toji's here as well, the yellow one. Still no sight of, you know, old characters, but we'll get into that a little bit of who's coming new. Of course, we have the recollection version as well, probably also paid. You get some related ones in there, so that's kind of cool, I guess. So, first anniversary gacha phase 1 for wave 3. We got our boy. Let me zoom in us. Yuji Todo, the brand new one from that just released a couple weeks ago or whatever on JP. So he's gonna be coming out this week. Cool. Not gonna lie, from what I've been hearing, not that great. Because there's gonna be a way better character coming out in a couple weeks probably that you should be waiting for. But yeah, so hey, we're getting anniversary Itadori, so that's cool. I don't know why we still haven't gotten the Red Megami, Joe Goats, Kusakabe. I don't know why we still don't have them. Perfect, would have been great if we got like 2 of them. Could have easily fit 2 of them before this, but you know, whatever, I guess, you know, screw. Also, apparently, Global is not going to be synced with JP anymore. Apparently got confirmed in the Discord. Which I didn't really know about until I watched like Giku's video. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I guess we're just not gonna be doing sync. We're just gonna be like a month behind or something. We have this weird wonky schedule for whatever fucking reason. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, Itadori's coming out this week. That's pretty cool. His banner is ending on the 15th, so maybe around January 15th is when we'll get the last character that's like really good or whatever, or maybe a little bit sometime into January probably. But yeah, Itadori's coming out on December 19th, so hey, that's cool, I guess. Phase 2, we got our boy Todo, which is the better character compared to Itadori, so he's pretty good. Itadori will be coming out on December 19th, so basically, yeah, just like JP, they are going to be coming out at the same time. I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, at the same time. So yeah, both characters will be dropping on the same time, December 19th, which is going to be this week, so just like JP, so at least that is cool. Both characters are dropping at the same time, like how it was when they, you know, they get announced on JP, so that's cool, right? Of course, we're also going to be getting 100 free draws, so that's really cool. So free multi every day. Looks like the new characters that are going to be added, or the characters that's going to go up to is, I guess, maybe Grim Megumi and Muda here. But I'll probably make another video like seeing like if they are actually, if it goes up to them or if it goes past them. But I'm assuming since they're being showcased here, it's probably them, but you never know. They might sneak in a couple new characters. So yeah, that's pretty much the gacha stuff we got going on for this week. So yeah, pretty cool. I don't know what because mind you, this is only for this first week, right? So 2 things are gonna either happen. We'll go through the rest of the news stuff here. Next week, we're either going to be getting Jogo, Kusakabe, or Red Megami, or we're going to be getting the 3rd anniversary banner that JP got, which, if you guys already know, which most of you guys probably do know, is Sukuna. And then the big character you guys want to summon for is the GOAT Mahito, because he's really broken, apparently. Itadori and Sukuna are sadly both kind of mid, compared to the, like, all 4 of the characters that are released for the anniversary. So, the main ones is Mahito, then Todo, then it would be split between, I think, Sukuna and then Itadori, somewhere along those lines. Because yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna do summons for both anyways, because I like Itadori, and then of course Todo is also really good, so I'm gonna summon for both of them anyways. Now going further in for some events here, hey, 2 free multis for is it only for Itadori or okay, yeah, so 2 free multis for Itadori and for Todo here, which is pretty cool. So it's gonna be Okay, so when you log in, you get 10 free, or so basically you get a free 10 roll for, or multi for Itadori here. Then we're going to be getting a code at some point that's going to give you an additional 10. So that's going to be 20 there for Itadori. Now for Todo, you actually have to grind that event and you get free multi for him, which is funny because he's the better character, so you got to do a little extra work for him. But you do the event, you get your free 10 tickets, and then you can do a free multi for him. And then there's also going to be time limited missions, and I'll get you another free multi for Todo, which is a good chance it might be one of those crappy ones where you have to wait a bit of a duration of time, like logging in a couple days or something like that, to get those secondary, or the second 10 multi. But yeah, but hey, it's still pretty cool, right? At least 2 free 10 rolls from both banners, so that's pretty cool. I'm assuming it's the same thing on JP, and hey, 1 free multi for whatever banner you want with 3,000 cubes, so hey, that's pretty cool. This will also be coming when all the first anniversary content will be coming out, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Last thing here we got is of course the brand new event, which is the what if Junpei did live and didn't get screwed over by Mahito, which is pretty cool. With the brand new Mahito, a story, all that. We also have an event marathon, which is pretty cool. Free SSR ticket, cubes, other goodies, so it's pretty nice. And yeah, pretty much though, the only information we got though so far is basically just like what is coming out for this week, which is a bit interesting if you think about how all this information is literally only for what is coming out this week. If we go back to the, if we back out to the Twitter, the official Twitter here, this is pretty much all the information they have released so far. So 2 hours ago was the release of HUD, you know, the new banners. An hour ago was like the free 10 rolls. And then 30 minutes ago was the actual event. So there might be more information later. I may or may not cover it in a future video or whatever, depending on how much information there is. But this should basically be the main bulk of it. But they haven't released anything for week 2. So my assumption is that for week 2, basically next week, it's either going to be, which is going to actually be Christmas week. I'm going to assume it's either going to be a scenario of maybe we're going to be getting Sukuna for Christmas week. I could see that happening. I could also see them saying, fuck it, like, since I know this wasn't how JP was it, so this probably won't be the case, but maybe, which would actually be kind of cool, but also not good, because also, you know, the fact that we got these characters already, but we're literally skipping like 3 events plus characters that we should have gone already, so that means we're getting less cubes, which does suck. I guess the cool upside of it, I mean, hey, it's like we got cool characters coming in soon, but basically what I'm trying to get into is that what they could maybe do, which I doubt, but what they could maybe do is that next week, maybe we could see Sukuna and Mahito come together. I doubt it. Most likely it'll just be Sukuna, is my guess. But they could also go down the route of just saying, okay, you guys want red Megumi, you'll have red Megumi for Christmas. Something like that will probably happen. So I'd say most likely it'll either be red Megumi for Christmas or Sukuna for Christmas. I'm assuming one of the two is probably going to do. I imagine it would probably be Sukuna. I feel like that would make the most sense. And then Mahito will be New Year's. I think that pretty much lines it up pretty well. Christmas, Sukuna comes out. New Year's, we get Mahito. I think that's probably how they're going to go about things. I mean, they could totally just say screw it and then shove in like a Megumi in, for Christmas or something, which could still technically work. But I think because it's Christmas and New Year's, to make it more hype, it would probably make more sense to do Sukuna for Christmas, and then New Year's would be the Mahito, right? I think that makes the most sense with how they're going to do things. And overall, I just think for the seasonal stuff and all that good stuff, it just makes more sense to go about it that way. Anyways, before I wrap up this video, I did want to talk about the timeline here, just to see kind of how like where things line up with what we're getting. And yada yada yada, right? So yeah, basically all the stuff that JP got for their 2nd anniversary, we're pretty much getting all this. The cubes, I don't think the login bonus is probably going to be there. There wasn't actually an update to the standard banner, which they did not mention at all here. So up in the air if we're going to actually be getting this update, which if we don't, it will be really criminal of them to not do, but hopefully we will see the update to standard banner. If not, this might be saved for next week, but it would be really shitty of them to be like, I forgot, how did they do? Yeah, because I remember, I forgot which one it was, but I do remember for one of the half anniversary celebrations that JP got, but you know, we got earlier in global. I do remember for one of them, we were supposed to get the standard banner update, but they did kind of like push it back a little bit from what I remember correctly. So we could see this either maybe this week, but since they have announced it, who knows? But at the same time, this could probably have another situation just like that other past event where this might be pushed back a little bit further away, which I hope not. I do genuinely hope that the standard banner is updated when we do get the free 100 rolls every day. I really hope it does get updated, because it would suck if it's not updated with the brand new characters. So hopefully that'll be the case. Hold on. All right, I did a little bit of investigative work. So yeah, so I wanted to quickly double check on the 1.5 anniversary when the standard banner did get updated for the second time or whatever. You know, we got all these characters here, Team Gojo, you know, the teen head inventory units, all that good stuff, right? That's when that got updated, right? And then I looked for the one we're getting for the JP got, right, for when they got the update for the second anniversary. Standard banner got updated with you know, Green Megumi, Muta, what's her name again? the character that always fights with Nobara a little bit, the chick that's the sister of, so yeah, you know, with Mai here, and then Inumaki here, and then Inumaki again here, you know, so all that stuff, right? So yeah, but basically what I'm trying to say is that, okay, it looks like it will actually be updated, because we go to the image here for when they showed off the free 10 rolls. If I can find it really quick again. Yeah, so when, you know, it shows up both Green Megumi and Muta here, and then we go for the updated version of for the standard banner update and all that good stuff, right? Green Megumi and Muta are here, so basically we will get the standard banner update when this event does go live, which is pretty cool. So not too bad of a time to actually use your tickets if you really want to for your standard banner pulls. And also you have a chance of getting all of these characters and also these recollection bits for free from the free 10 rolls every single day, right, for 10 days. So that's pretty cool. Or a free multi every day, right, for 10 days. But that's really cool. So you can get a bunch of cool characters here. Best ones really are probably Megumi, both Animaki's, you know, Mai, and then also some of these other recollection bits, right? The Sukana one's not too bad. And then I think this one with the trio here down is also pretty good. But I don't remember for sure, but I think it's also pretty good. But yeah, basically, you know, decent update. I'd say, I think the teen hit inventory standard banner update, I think that one was better. But I mean, it's not saying like, you know, of course more additional characters is good, right? Because more characters and all that, but I think that batch was better than this batch. But this batch still has a couple decent characters overall, so that's pretty cool, right? Anyways, so yeah, confirmed standard banner will be getting an update when this event does go live, so make sure you don't spend any of your standard banner tickets until this does go live, so you have a chance of getting brand new characters, which is pretty cool, right? It looks like there's also a cube exchange event here as well, which is pretty interesting. So you basically spend cubes, you get all these different goodies. I'm assuming this is probably going to come out at the same time, I'm not too sure, but it doesn't really seem that crazy in my opinion. I kind of wouldn't care about that personally. Anyways, going from that, you know, we do get 3 new recollection bits. I will be covering make a separate video, of course, for should you summon. I'll probably make a separate one, I'd imagine, for both Itadori and Todo, so be on the lookout for that. You know, so you guys know, you know, what they both do, and if you really should be pulling for them and all that good stuff. And then I'll figure out what I do with the recollection bits. I'll probably shove it in one of them for the video. Anyways, the part 3 for the second anniversary, we did have Sukana here, which is pretty cool, which did get leaked into oblivion, so like everybody basically knew. They weren't too happy about that, but it was kind of funny that happened. You know, tiny bit funny, right? But it does kind of suck because they were in the hype. Anyways, this guy will probably be coming, I'm assuming, next week for Christmas. So we'll probably be getting Sukana for Christmas, and then so sometime later, Mahito came out with the Mahagora event, which I imagine we're going to be getting this for New Year's, is my assumption. So starting off the new year with Mahito here is my assumption as to how they're going to do things. And then who knows, maybe from there, then we'll finally backtrack to actually getting fucking, was a Red Megumi, Jogo, to all the characters that we're literally missing that we still haven't gotten yet. I'd imagine maybe probably by the second week of January, we'll probably be going back to like Megumi, Jogo, Kosukabe. Hopefully, I'd imagine. Unless they do some weird thing where they drop one of them, leave us dead with no content for 2 weeks, and then continue back on, which I really hope they don't, because that's really dumb. But they kind of been doing that for a couple of anniversaries where it's like, hey, big hype stuff, 1 or 2 weeks or more of dead period, and then back to hype stuff, right? For whatever reason, because they wanted like this weird delay and not have things actually be synced, which I think is really dumb in my opinion. But yeah, pretty cool stuff overall coming in. Does kind of suck though, because you know, we're literally missing a significant amount of cubes, but hopefully they'll do things to kind of minimize that, like us missing cubes from actual events from like different awards. So hopefully we see that a bit more, and maybe some global extra exclusive rewards for more cubes and all that good stuff. Anyways, with that being said, hope this video helps you guys out. You know, I'm mixed feelings about this because it's like I'm kind of happy because I'm hyped because, you know, I like these characters and I'm like I'm down, but also it's a negative because less time to save, so that does suck. But hey, at least the characters are finally out or coming out. But I really wish they wouldn't do these dead periods and that they would actually sync things, especially with how fast we were going throughout the whole year, just to be like, no, we're not gonna sync, which I think would be really dumb. Anyways, as I was saying, hope this video helps you guys out, and I'll see y'all later. Peace and take care, everybody.